Hello, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. Today I thought I would shop my stash. There is quite a bit of makeup that I haven't touched in a while, haven't used in a while, and I thought it might be a good idea to just use them. I don't know how I'm gonna go. It is quite hot here. It's boiling hot. So I've picked out two palettes that I feel like I haven't used in so long. One is the Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I also picked out the Ciate and Chloe Morello collab, the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. I haven't used this in, wow, God knows how long. No idea how long. I'm going to prime my eyes first. I don't really have actually, tell you what I might incorporate as well. I'm going to use my P. Louise base as just like a base. And then I might actually, I haven't used one of the colours in a while, so I haven't used like the ones from the Acid Rain collection, and I also have like these ones as well. So maybe I can use one of those. Ooh, I have a light purple as well. Okay, cool. Let's just get straight into it. I'm going to prime my eyes and then we can just jump straight into it and see what we come up with. Alrighty, so my eye base is on. Let's just jump straight into it. So I haven't done a halo shape type thing of eye look in a while. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the Ciate palette first, and I think I'll start with this dark deep purple shade. It's called Daydream. Now I have no idea if these shades are still any good, if they still work. I've had them for so long, but we're just gonna find out right now, aren't we? So I'm just dipping my like pencil brush in this. I'm just zooming you guys in. This is a 223 Petite Eye Blender by Zoeva, and I'm going to look straight into my mirror and I'm going to start stamping this color and like mapping out a shape, and then I can fill that shape in. I really want to make it quite angular because I'm really into lifting my face. I think I've said that so many times lately. But that's what we're going to be doing. Now, lucky for me, it is quite pigmented still, which is great. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this. I feel like my eyes are already creasing because of how hot it is. I'm telling you guys, like the weather here, it's in its 30s, so it's really, really hot, and it's really hot tomorrow too. I'm just applying a small amount of that shade into my inner corner, and I'm going to also go just a little bit above my crease. Okay, so we've got our shape, our general shape happening. I'm going to blend out slightly, like the slightest amount, with the next shade up. So this shade here, Flirt. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to overlap the brush about 50%. Wait, hold on, how am I going to explain this? So I want the brush to cover 50% of this shade and then 50% of the actual skin. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully watching me doing it will make a little bit of sense. And then I'm just going to really gently just wiggle that line. It's not so much as a line, but just where those two colours meet. I'm just going to give them like a bit of a wiggle. Okay, so something like that. And then I'm going to get a fluffy brush. I think I just might use this brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 6 brush. And I want to go in with Passion, this shade here from the Norvina palette. Now, is this going to work? I don't know. We'll find out together then, shall we? So I'm going to sort of angle my brush upwards And kind of having the same theory, about 50% on the eyeshadow and then 50% on the skin. I'm going to start really wiggling that in and blending out those shades. Now I want to use a light hand, so I've moved my whole hand to the tip of the brush. So if I move, like zoom you guys out, you can see I'm holding the brush here and the bristles are here, and I'm wiggling like this. This just allows less pressure than if I was to hold it like this or like this, you know. And I'm also going to start like flicking out the shadow too. Just going to dip in a little bit more, and I'm going to tap off any of the excess. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that first brush that we used, just to pat along. Not sure if that was like the correct thing to do, but we're just going to make it work anyways. So we're just going to blend away. I'm just going to use a really light hand here on the inner corner, like really gently. And this shade I'm going to extend a little bit more further out here in my fake crease. Okay, so once we've got something like this, I'm going to take a even bigger, fluffier brush. This is in number 5 by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to start to incorporate a little bit of pink. And this is going to be like my light transition, so I'm going to go in with the shade Love. This is from the Norvina palette. I may also mix it in depending on how pigmented it is. I might mix it in with Be Sassy from the Ciate and Chloe Morello palette as well. Same thing again, and I'm just very gently blending that through. Hard to see your blend happening, and it's going to create a really nice blend too. And then if you feel like you've lost any of the previous shades, you can go back in and work them back. So what I might do is I might grab that first brush that we used with the Daydream shade, just to deepen this out, and then whatever's left over on my brush that we used the Passion shade with, I'm just going to gently run that through. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the shade Love, and I'm really going to work that in. Then what I might do is I might go into Be Sassy from the Ciate palette and just add a little bit of that, because it's so light as well, like a really light pink. It's just going to help that blend out a little bit more. It's going to become like a softer blend, which is, you know, what we want. Okay, so we're looking something like this. Now I want to start working on the center of the lids. I don't think I'm going to cut out my crease so much. I'm just going to pat any of the creases out. Okay, and then I'm going to use a combination of shimmery shades. First of which is this shade called Drama from Norvina palette. It's that deep purple with like brown reflex. Is it brown? I don't know, but it's a dark shimmer. I am going to spritz my brush though. I ran out of my MAC Fix Plus, so the setting spray spritzer thing I haven't used in a while is the Revolution Hydrate and Fix one, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so I'm going to spritz the brush for maximum, I was going to say volume, but it's actually pigmentation. Doesn't matter. With this one, I'm going to pat it on the matte purple, so the Daydream shade. I'm going to overlap it. This is going to help with, you know, the transition between shimmer and matte. I'm just going to cool myself down because I'm telling you it's so hot. I'm just going to soften out the edges as well, using the number 6 brush from BH just to help me here. Just really gently. So we're looking something like this. It's going to look a bit chaotic now, but trust the process. Trust the process, my dudes. Oakley dokley. Now for, I think, the standout shade in the Norvina palette, and that is Celestial, which is this bright lavender purple. And I'm just going to apply that on my brush. And I'm also going to spritz my brush. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a smaller, denser brush for this. This is the BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. And I think I might actually spritz this shade as well. Oh, this is such a beautiful shade. Now, I am going to overlap it with the Drama shade. I'm actually, you know what? I'm just going to go in with my finger. Yeah, and that's better. Applying it with your finger, this shade, there's more of a payoff, and I'm just patting it onto the very center. How cool is that? I love that shade. I'm just going to use a clean finger to help me blend out the edges. Okay, so now that we've got that happening, I'm thinking I might go have a look at my Stila liquid eyeshadows and see if I can find one that will go with this, because I think it might be pretty cool to use, and I haven't used them in a while. Okay, so I picked out two. I've picked out these two. This is in the shade Queen, and this is in the shade Monarch. I'm actually going to mix the two. So one's a lot more pink here. This is like a brighter pink, and then this one is more of like a pale pink with a lot of different reflex and tones. So you can see the difference there. I'm just going to mix them together, create my own custom shade, and then I'm literally going to stamp that on the very center and then just use my finger to blend it out. Looks like the warmth of my finger is actually picking up all the makeup because I'm sweating. So let me just try and attempt to blend it out with the brush. I really want to like make this halo eye pop. Okay, well that should do. Alrighty, let's move on to the face for a little bit. I've already primed. I don't really have a primer that I haven't really used, so I just used the Hydrate one from Revolution. Now, foundation that I haven't touched in so long. So this used to be my holy grail when I was younger, and I repurchased it like 3 times, and then I think this was the 4th time I repurchased it, and okay, my camera cut out. I don't know where it cut me off, but as I was saying, it's a foundation that I loved when I was younger. I repurchased and then haven't touched since. It's just been sitting there, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is a dewy one, the dewy and smooth one. I'm actually not sure if it's going to be the right shade. I am a little bit tanned, so we'll see how we go. I've just dropped a little bit here on my palette, and let's just go straight into it, shall we? Oh yeah, look, it might be okay. Oh, the smell's like giving me nostalgia. Oh wow, why haven't I used this? Oh my god. And look at the glow that it gives. Look at this. It's not seeping into any of my pores, nothing. No wonder why it used to be a favourite. Why the hell did I stop using this? And it's a really nice coverage too. Like, it's not heavy, it's not light. I think I would say medium coverage. Wow. Let's see how it stands up in the heat, shall we? Because I'm literally melting. I'm melting. Okay, concealer time. Now there's 3 that I haven't really used in a minute. So the 2 that I'm going to be using for like the general parts of my face is the L'Oreal True Match one and the Bare Minerals Bare Skin. Only because I feel like this might be too light for my skin tone at the moment. And then I'm going to cream bronze with the Revolution Conceal and Define in C13, which is like a bronzy shade for me. Going to apply the True Match here and here, and a little bit here on the center of my forehead, and here and here. Then I'm gonna mix in some of the Bare Skin one as well, just like a little dollop. I'm not so much of a fan of the really bright under eyes anymore. And I'm also going to use a concealer to really sharpen up this outer corner of my eye. I'm just using the same brush that I used for my foundation. This is a Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush, number 56 brush. It's blending really well on top of that foundation, which is great. Okay, so I just went ahead and set my base before it melts off. I just used my normal translucent powder and my normal Cover FX pressed powder. Now for bronzer. Now I've got two bronzers here that I haven't used in a while. One is the Maybelline City Bronzer, and the other one is the the MAC Give Me Sun. I used to love this. I haven't used it in a while. I'm going to start off with this first, the Maybelline one. I feel like it might be too light for my skin tone at the moment, but I'm going to just use it and see how I go. Making sure to keep it towards the back of my cheeks just so I get a bit of a lift. It is a little bit too light, but that's okay because you know what, I will end up going in with the MAC Give Me Sun one. It is a really nice shade though for when I'm paler. I'm just going to run that a little bit on my nose because why not? Right, now I'll go in with the Give Me Sun. This one is a lot more orange in tone, I feel like it's a pretty good bronzer. Really good representation of a bronzer. And it goes really nice with the purple eyes too. Feeling so glamorous. Okay, so blush and highlighter. The blusher that I haven't used in a while is this Hourglass one. It's a luminous flush shade, so I'm going to be using that. And then the highlighter that I haven't used in a while is the Fenty Beauty Diamond one. Look at how janky that looks. But it don't matter because we're still going to use that. I'm just going to put the blush on first. And I think this colour will go really cool with our eye makeup. Keeping it really high up on my cheekbone. My skin, when I tell you it looks flawless, like it looks like I've got a filter on but I don't. Like it looks that good. With the blush, I'm also going to bring it up here on my temple, really feeding into like, what is this, like my 80s era? Oh, I wish I was born in the 80s. Seems like a good time. I'm just going to run a little bit of that on my nose too, to be like extra cute. Don't stress too much if it's like full on your blush, because blush has a really good tendency of just disappearing off the face of the earth in a few. So with this Fenty highlight, I'm just going to use my finger. And I'm just going to tap that. I forgot how good this was. Why don't I use it more? I think I've asked myself the same question once before. Like, come on. Ain't that just like the most prettiest thing you've ever seen in your life? I'm just blending it out with my finger too, like it don't really matter. You know what I might do? I'm gonna try something now. This could totally like F it up, or I don't know. But I've also got the roller one by Fenty. So I'm gonna shake that because I bought this, I used it once and then I didn't even bother after that. So I actually don't remember how it works. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on like the heel of my hand. Then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to use my hand like a beauty blender. And just... Bitch. I'm ready to go to the disco. I don't even go to the discos. That looks so good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my beauty mark on my eyebrows. Don't really have anything that I haven't really used for my eyebrows. I'm pretty much using the same stuff because they're the only stuff I have. And then we can finish off the rest of the look. Okay, let's finish off these eyeballs. I think I'm going to do something kind of funky. I don't know how it's going to look or if it's going to work out, but let's just try. I'm going to use this Acid Rain by P. Louise in the shade Ibiza. And I'm going to grab a really, I'm going to get a smudgy brush, if I can find a smudgy brush. I have found said smudgy brush. Oh, this is so melted because it's so hot. But anyway, I'm just going to put a little bit on my brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. The other one was a number 5 brush, but they're different, brush things, I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna run this underneath our lower lash line, and then I think I might just grab a pointy brush, blending brush, just to help me blend out the edges. How does that look? Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? So we've got something like that. I'm going to use light purple on the inner corner. This is a no, it's not cat. This is the KVD now. I think they changed their name to. I think it's actually a lip liner, everlasting lip liner, yeah, but YOLO, let's just stick it in our eyeballs, just so we can get rid of that gap that's happening there. Cool. Now, inner corner highlight, I think I'm going to go in with Dreamer from the Norvina palette. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. I'm going to spritz this because I want extra oomph from it. I'm hoping I'm going to get extra oomph from it. We'll see how we go. Apply that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That I feel like has just completed the look. Cool. Let me check on some mascara and lashes, and then we can do the lips, and then that would be the final look. Okay, so the lashes are on. Let's go to the lips. So I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Gen Nude On Point, and then I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Boss Matte Liquid Lipstick, and then I'm going to also use Fenty Fuzzy. I haven't used these in ages, so let's see how they go. I need to sharpen this, of course. Okay. It's a nice nude, actually. It's like a mauvey mood. Mauvey mood? Mauvey nude. Oh no, it's crumbling though. It's probably the heat. Okay, let's go in with the liquid lip. Oh, that's nice. That goes really well with the eyes. Really like that. Okay, then we'll go in with a little bit of the Fenty Gloss. Just in the center. Ooh, that makes my lips juicy. Very nice. Let's make sure it doesn't move. So I'm going to use the setting spray that we used before. I got a bit carried away there because I'm so hot. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed me shopping my stash. I have a lot of makeup and one face. But if you liked, do subscribe, comment, like it. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.